Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to International Soccer Break. I'm your host, Sahil, here with the boys again, Bick and Rahi. Very good morning to all of you watching in Asia as we continue our coverage of the Asian Cup. A phenomenal set of matches today. We'll get into it in a quick second, but if this is something that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the notification icon. All right, guys, let's get into it.
What a day of drama. I mean, this tournament keeps delivering upset after upset, drama after drama. I mean, this game had it all. Controversy, yellow cards, red cards, celebrations, too much celebrating. I don't know, Bick. I don't know. Where do we start?
I don't know, man. I think we could start with the yellow card. That was a pretty big moment. Yellow card that turned into a red card. But I thought overall, man, like Jordan played really well. Iraq should have put them away, but yeah, they just came back, and I think they used the man advantage right at the end. But I thought it was a really good game.
Yeah, so the thing is, these two teams are pretty closely aligned in the rankings overall, and the previous matches they played against each other have been close fought matches. But I've been impressed with Jordan throughout this tournament, and obviously Iraq has had an excellent tournament up to this point in time, beating Japan. But in this match, the initial giveaway by Iraq kind of set the tone. I think that opened up the match, because then when Jordan went ahead, they had to play from behind.
Yeah, it changed the game. It brought both teams out. And then when Iraq had to come out and play, they really did. I thought they were the better team for most of the second half until that pivotal moment, right? Getting the tying goal and then the second goal to go ahead. And then the long celebration that goes on and on and on. And finally, maybe what sets it off is that after deciding to take a lap around the stadium, he comes back in, sits down in a clear mockery of the Jordanian celebration that happened after the first goal. So I think that's why he gets that yellow, but it's harsh. Second yellow after celebrating to get sent off. You don't see that very often, Vic. I don't know. I'm not so sure.
Bick is our resident analyst for this particular incident. Break it down for us, Bick. What's going on here with the second yellow card?
So for those that didn't watch as keenly, basically after Jordan scored the first goal, there were 4 or 5 Jordanian players who sat down just in a circle pretending to eat something. Then Ayman Hussein scores Iraq's second goal in the 78th minute or 76th minute. And he basically takes a lap around. Iraq went up 2-1. So he takes a lap around the ground, goes outside, jumps over the billboards, and then comes back, sits down, mocks their celebration. He's given a yellow card straight after that. Now, that may seem a bit harsh, but I actually calculated how much time he took. He took 1 minute and 30 seconds. So he took 90 seconds to complete his celebration.
It was
long.
The
referee got really pissed off.
Let's not forget the Jordan goal. When they scored the first goal, they did also jump over into the stand area. That area, it's like an Olympic style stadium. So they did that too. So that can't be what it's for, because that's the same exact thing that the Jordanians did.
Yeah, but they did in like 30, 40 seconds. I feel like
timed both of these incidents, man.
Yeah, I did. I actually did. Yeah. I went back. I paused. The thing is, with the Iraqi goal, you could actually see it. Like, usually they play like 2 or 3 replays of the goal. So they played those replays, and he still hadn't completed his celebration. For the Jordanian one, like, they'd actually gone back to the center circle, so it was fine. But yeah,
it was incredibly
it was bizarre, man. It was bizarre.
That was bizarre.
Why so long? I don't know what compelled him. It really, for me, I understand. It's a lot longer, almost a minute longer than the Jordanian celebration. But it has to be the moment when, after taking that lap around, he decides he has one more, the piece de resistance. He has to do the mockery. Just at that part of the celebration, I think, is what gets him the yellow card. You see, he's back on the field. And if you notice, there's a substitute who comes up and picks him up, telling him, dude, that's enough. Come on. As if he knew what was coming next.
Yeah. I hope whatever he was pretending to eat was really good. But anyhow, that changed the complete complexion of the game. Because then, Iraq has to defend the last, 10 or so minutes with the man down. Now, the equalizing goal by Jordan, you guys both thought was a little bit weak on the defense by Iraq in that situation.
I understand you're down a man, but there's effectively 3 players are going to put that rebound in unmarked on that left side. So what happened earlier is Iraq had tried to counter a little bit. I understand that in some way, but why you leave 3 players unmarked to tap in that rebound, that to me indicates, I know you're down 1 man, but the math doesn't make sense. Where are the rest of your defenders?
Yeah, it was really shoddy. And Ayman Hussein he's a striker. He's not a midfielder. He's not a defender. So like the other players should be backing up. Yeah, it was really bad, and they were just jogging. Like the midfielders were just like outside the box. There were 6 Jordanian players inside the box, 3 Iraqi players plus the goalkeeper. That's just not good enough. I think Iraq's defending throughout the match wasn't that good. Even the first goal, right? Like they were so high up the field, you lose the ball. And it wasn't the first time they did it in the match either. Like Jordan had other chances as well. I thought overall they were a little too complacent.
100%. And remember, he was sent off in the 76th or so. It wasn't like they were
Yeah.
defending for their lives down a man for the entire game.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a fitness thing or they were I mean, it's only 14, 15, whatever, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah. It was lack of professionalism, I think.
And as bad as the equalizer that the Iraq allowed on that particular equalizing goal, the Jordanian winner was a phenomenal goal. I mean, that was, as we say, golazo.
Yeah, incredible. There's no saving that. Top of the box. He had some time, he had some room, but you can't expect him to do that.
Yeah. That was what a way to end the match for Jordan. So congratulations to Jordan moving forward. Well deserved. And I think, now played Tajikistan and it's a very open match. Either team can win and you'll be in the semifinals of the Asian Cup.
One of those teams in the semifinals. Wow.
That's quite amazing. So congratulations again to Jordan. Let's talk about the next match now. This is finishing up with here. I thought in this match, hats off to Palestine because forget what else is going on. Obviously, there's a whole political thing out there that obviously we won't touch upon in this particular program. But regardless of whatever you think about that the fact that these players have to compete under those circumstances is quite incredible.
And they played incredibly well for the first half. I thought they were by far the better team early in this game. Qatar wasn't even in the game until that late equalizer at the end of the first half. Otherwise, Palestine's chance after chance, eventually getting the goal to go ahead. This Qatar team is a strange one because they haven't impressed me one bit, and yet they're now in the quarterfinals of this tournament. But after they tied it, then they were the better team for periods of that second half. But Palestine, you have to say, a great performance from a team that's clearly inferior.
Yeah, I mean, so I think their strategy overall is really good. They absorb the pressure and they hit them on the counter, and they did that 2 or 3 times. Possession stats, I think Qatar had 70% plus of the ball, but they didn't really do anything with that possession. It was Palestine that was creating most of the chances. They had more shots on goal in the first half. And again, defensive mistake. And, Akram Afif rescued Qatar almost single-handedly.
First corner kick.
Yeah, that was really good. And even the penalty, right? I know he scored the penalty, but he also sort of made that play.
Yeah.
So he was, I think they relied on his individual brilliance, but as a team, I thought Palestine performed really well, very organized, and clearly had a plan. So. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. The corner kick goal they do give up to equalize, that's a moment where they shut off. You don't see that sort of run coming across. Someone's got to run with him, then he's open to put in the goal. I think that one, they did fall asleep there in the first half. If you go into halftime with the lead up 1-0, I think it's a different game.
Very different game. Yeah.
It was a nice finish too by Palestine on the first match, right? And the first goal, excuse me. I think obviously it was a giveaway, but you still have to do the rest.
It was a great finish.
Yeah. It was a fantastic finish. And I think Palestine, this entire tournament has punched above their weight. So for the Palestinian fans out there, I think a big congrats to you in terms of, I think, a tournament well done. Let's quickly end with Qatar. They're home. They're kind of sleepwalking through the tournament, as Rahi said. And they really haven't had a lot of, competition, I'd say, really, up to this point.
Yeah, this is a team that obviously has won the tournament. And so we're expecting a lot of them. But they don't look like they're favorites at all at this point. They don't look like a team that's really hit their stride. They're certainly at home. It could be one of those situations where they might turn it on late because they haven't been tested at all. And everyone else, a lot of the favorites have stumbled. They haven't stumbled. But there's nothing I'm seeing from them that suggests that they should be favorites to win this tournament. I don't see it big.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't like calling it at this point because I've seen two different narratives in the past. I've seen the team that performs incredibly well throughout and then wins it at the end. And I've seen the team that just sort of struggles its way through the group stage, somehow nicks it in the quarterfinals, and then they really turn up for the semis and finals. So I think the narrative will be created at the end of the tournament. But yeah, I agree with you. They haven't impressed me. They don't look like some of the other teams look like well-oiled machines, like really professional, know what they're doing. They've relied on moments of individual brilliance and, random plays almost. So yeah, they don't look very good right now, but it takes 90 minutes to change that.
Yeah, compare them, for example, to the Australians, who I feel haven't been tested either, but they look a better unit altogether.
Yeah.
Qatar, for me, doesn't look like they're firing on all cylinders. They look very susceptible. I mean, the goal they give up today is a terrible mistake. I mean, you can't make that kind of mistake and expect to win a tournament like this.
Yeah.
It was actually similar to Iraq's, the first goal that Iraq conceded. Again, playing high up and losing the ball up there.
Yeah. So anyhow, I mean, I think we'll know a little bit more as we start getting into the decision end of this tournament. But, congratulations to Jordan and Qatar today.
Yeah.
I think Iraq probably should be the most disappointed on the day, and Palestine, put up a valiant effort to try to get through. So we will continue bringing you coverage from the Asian Cup. Still a lot to go in the round of 16. We got South Korea, we got Japan, we got Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Klinsmann, Mancini. Oh,
yes. It's today already in Asia for the people out there. But enjoy those matches tonight. But we will come back to you. And as always, keep watching the Asian Cup. Keep watching the beautiful game. See you guys next time.